So you're a new artist, but how the heck do you get booked for live shows? I've personally booked hundreds of paid shows and multiple tours all over the country with zero industry connections. And the booking platform I created, Top Left Booking, has helped hundreds of independent artists book shows all over America. So I know a thing or two about getting booked as a new artist. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I would do if I was starting over to start getting booked for shows. Before we go over what to do, I want to quickly go over the winning mindset that will set you up for the most success. Being a musician isn't easy, so having the right mindset can be the difference between you failing or you having a full-time career. First off, stay positive. Rejection is normal and looking on the bright side of things will take you far. Second, be confident. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will, and sadly, most people won't when you're first starting off. But don't worry, it's totally normal. Your favorite artist was doubted when they first started too. It's only after you've made it that everyone will tell you that they knew you could do it the whole time. Finally, stay persistent. Follow up, show up, and keep taking action. Whatever you do, don't give up. It takes years of daily work to grow a lasting career. So the first thing I would do if I was a new artist wanting to book shows is I would get my music and brand together before anything else. This means I would have several finished and professionally recorded songs with at least one already out to the public and multiple songs in the vault ready to be released throughout the year. I would also have social media pages built for my music with high quality pictures and video content that does a good job of showcasing the messaging of my brand and creating a consistent theme across all my pages. Real quick, if this video is helping you, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and post a comment with a link to your music so we can check it out. Once my music and social medias were together, I would start practicing mock shows at home. I would do it in front of friends and family and record myself to improve my performance. If I had never played a show before in my life, I would also consider doing a few local open mics that were low pressure and laid back. This way I could help calm any anxieties I might have and also work on my performance in the real life setting. A lot of coffee shops, bars, and venues have open mics, so you can open up Google and search open mics near me to find some. Next, I would start going to local shows and start building up relationships with other people in the music scene. Literally just start talking to anyone and everyone. Before you know it, you'll be chatting with other local artists, the sound person, or the head booker. If you're like me and get social anxiety, don't let this stop you either. You need to try to break out of your shell. I used to hate being social, but after a few times I got over it and I've made a lot of lifelong friends from strangers I met at shows. One trick I would use when I used to get in my own head about networking is I would try to remember that everyone is self-conscious too and that we all have self-doubt, and this really helped me start to break out of my shell in the beginning and really got me to start networking and talking with people at shows. You just need to get into the scene and support the venues and other artists you want to perform with, and these relationships can be a direct in to getting booked. There are countless times I would go to a show when I was not performing and I would then run into people in the scene who would offer me shows that very night just because they happened to run into me and they had a opening. The next thing I would do to get booked as a new artist is I would tap into my personal network. I would start to ask friends, family, and other artists who they work with and see if they can introduce me to venues, promoters, or booking agents or pass their info my way. Usually someone you already know will be the first person to help you get booked when you're a new artist. After I talk to anyone in my inner circle that might be able to help me get booked, I would also find local venues and reach out to them about opening up some shows. You can search on Google for venues. If I go to Google and type small venues in New York City, a bunch of spots come up. You can also go to a similar artist's Facebook event tab and see all the past and upcoming venues they are booked at. My favorite way to find venues to book shows with is with Top Left Booking, just because they are the fastest way to find thousands of spots booking independent musicians all over the United States. Plus, they will help you one-on-one if you need it, and you can keep 100% of every show you book. Don't be afraid to search for non-traditional venues too, like bars, breweries, hotels, clubs, colleges, lounges, resorts. All of these spots are perfect for getting booked, and regularly book new and local artists. Once I've found different venues in the area, I would send them each a booking pitch. Now, when you're reaching out to venues, keep it short and professional. These people are busy and they get a ton of messages. Your goal here is to make it as easy as possible for them to say yes. Here's exactly what I would include in my email if I was a new artist trying to book shows. Here's the subject line. It says booking inquiry, opener for upcoming shows. Then it says, hey, name of promoter. My name is your name and I'm an independent, whatever genre artist based in your city. I'm reaching out to see if you have any upcoming shows where you are looking for openers. Here's a link to my music. Let me know if you have any slots available. I'd be happy to help promote the show so it's successful for everyone. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Here's a little trick. If it's your first show ever, tell the venue this because this can be a huge selling point. An artist's first show can actually bring in a nice draw. Say something like this to the venue: hey, this would be our first show. We have a lot of friends and family that have been begging us to perform live and want to come see us. Do you have any shows you need openers for? Make sure you follow up in 5 days for any venues that you don't hear back from. This part is absolutely crucial. Follow-ups are where a lot of the bookings come from. At first, don't be picky. If you don't have fans, you don't really have any leverage. So at first, look at every stage as an opportunity. Say yes to small shows, openers, and last-minute bookings. Just get on stage and build up your experience. After doing all of these things, I would also take it to the next level and do something most new artists won't ever do, and that is market your music online. Since I'm a new artist with a small to little fan base, I would just focus on my home city and 3 to 5 other nearby markets for the entire year. This means 100% of my budget and efforts are going into my hometown and 3 to 5 nearby cities. For example, let's say I live in New York City. For the entire year, I'm just marketing to New York City, Philadelphia, Boston, New Haven, and Providence. A lot of new artists try to take over the world before they're even known in their home city, but the truth is, if you go hard for a year, you can become a local celebrity in these 3 to 5 markets. The first type of marketing campaign I would run is a Spotify conversion campaign targeting the 3 to 5 select cities and 5 to 10 other well-known artists similar to my sound. I won't get into the campaign specifics in this video because it will take too long, but why we do a conversion campaign is to optimize the people who find our ad to actually click on the Spotify profile. So here's the landing page I'm sending traffic to, and I'm only paying when people click on these buttons to actually go and stream. If they land on this page, we're not running the ad to do that. We're running the ad to actually get plays. When you're setting up the ad, you would put in the cities you're targeting here, and then you could write similar artists here. When people positively react to your music inside Spotify, it boosts Spotify algorithm to promote your music to more and more groups of people on Spotify, even after we've shut this ad off. And running these ads can really help kickstart the Spotify algorithm. And since we are doing it in these niche markets, we can build up legit listeners in the area we want to perform in. Just to show you how effective this Spotify conversion campaign is, here's a campaign I did for my old band that is completely inactive. We haven't released or posted any music since 2016. And we went from a basically dead Spotify profile to 125 saves, 60 playlist ads, and 190 new streams in just 2 weeks, and we spent just a little over $100 on this. The next type of campaign would be more brand awareness, where I would again target 3 to 5 select cities and 5 to 10 other well-known artists similar to my sound, but I would take the most popular piece of content on my Facebook or Instagram page and then start to push that out as a creative in the ad. Let's say I had a really funny skit or a music video clip that was naturally doing well. I would then push this post further with an ad to get people familiar with my name before they come to see me live. Once we finish up these marketing campaigns and have built a small but engaged fan base with the advertising, I would begin to pitch music venues again, but my first message would be a little different since I now have leverage and a shot at booking better shows even though I am still a new artist. Here's an example email that I might send out. The subject says booking inquiry, bringing my fan base to venue name. Hey venue name, I've been running targeted ad campaigns in New York City for the past 60 days and have built a strong local fan base. I'd love to bring them to your venue for a show. Do you have any upcoming dates available? Here's a link to my music. Let me know what you think. You can even go the extra step here and offer to send the venue your ad campaign results or audience insight to show them the proof. Again, make sure you follow up after 5 days. This is so important to getting booked as a new artist. So once you've locked in a show, it's time to make the most of it. This isn't just about playing your set, it's about leaving a lasting impression and setting yourself up for more opportunities, because one show leads to 2 and 2 leads to 4 if you play your cards right. First, make sure you network. Introduce yourself to the venue staff, the sound engineer, other artists on the lineup, and even the promoter if they're there. These relationships can lead to more bookings in the future. Second, sell merch. Even at small shows, this can be a huge way to make money and get your name out there. Have something simple like t-shirts, stickers, or CDs, just something fans can take home to remember you by. And finally, engage with the crowd. Even if there aren't a ton of people in the room, perform like it's a packed house. Make eye contact, interact, and give them a reason to follow you after the show. The more memorable you are, the faster your fan base will grow. Now, the work doesn't stop when you step off the stage. What you do after the show is just as important as the performance itself if you want to keep getting booked. First, make sure you say thanks. A quick message or email to the venue and promoter go a long way. Something simple like, hey, name of promoter, thanks so much for having me. I had a great time and you have an amazing place. Thanks for all you're doing for the music community. 99% of new artists won't do this and they will remember and appreciate your praise. Second, follow up. A week later, reach back out and ask about booking another date. If you had a good turnout, mention that. Venues love to book artists who bring a crowd. Third, go out there and support the scene. Start going to other local shows, introduce yourself to artists, and stay connected. The more people see you around, the more likely they'll think of you when opportunities come up. And finally, use this as a promo opportunity. Bring stickers, flyers, or even some free merch and hand it out as people leave the venue. You'd be surprised how many people will check your music later just because they have something physical to remember you by. Every show is a stepping stone to the next one. You just have to keep showing up, networking, and you'll start to see doors open faster than you think. So now that you know how to get booked, perform, and maximize every show, let's recap everything and talk about the action steps you can start taking today, because knowledge without action is wasted potential. Step 1, get your music and branding right. Before anything else, make sure your music is solid and your brand is clear. Step 2, start performing anywhere you can. Open mics, small bars, house parties, it doesn't matter, just start playing shows. Step 3, find venues and reach out. Step 4, build a fan base and grow your local market. Use social media ads to create a demand for you before you even start playing shows. Step 5, pitch bigger venues once you have a following. Once you've built some buzz up and proven you can draw a crowd, start targeting bigger venues and shows. Step 6, keep improving, networking, and stacking your wins. The key to long-term success is to stay consistent and keep showing up. This isn't an overnight thing, but if you follow this game plan, you'll go from struggling to get booked to rejecting more offers than you're accepting. Now that you have the exact blueprint to go from a new artist to booking real shows, all you have to do is start taking action. If you found this helpful, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment a link to your music so we can check it out.